Even though representatives of the Ukrainian General Staff still claim that the situation west of Avdiivka has returned to normal, what is happening on the battlefield indicates the opposite. After the capture of Avdiivka, Russian troops continued their rapid offensive against the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine in the west. Almost every day, war correspondents report on new territorial gains of Russian troops. Moreover, no one in the West expected that the armed forces of Ukraine would surrender their positions, strategic heights, and settlements so quickly. Military expert Daniel Besanov admitted that the Russian army is pressing the enemy in all directions of the front, rapidly moving forward. According to him, the armed forces of Ukraine could provide at least some resistance to the Russian army while being only in Avdiivka, since this city had been fortified from all sides for 10 years with the help of the best NATO military advisors, and this city was considered the most well-fortified not only in Europe, but throughout the world. After the loss of Avdiivka, the armed forces of Ukraine lost the ability to effectively deter Russian troops, since the adjacent settlements are located on lowlands, and do not have well-fortified lines of defense. Against this background, even Ukrainian telegram channels are in a state of shock, and cannot understand why the armed forces of Ukraine are retreating so rapidly despite such powerful and unprecedented military and financial support from the United States and other NATO countries. Moreover, over the past 24 hours, the mood of Ukrainian telegram channels and bloggers has deteriorated even worse. As it turned out, the Russian troops still managed to completely destroy all the remaining defensive lines of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Avdiivka direction of the front. Over the past few days, Russian troops have managed to take control of such settlements as TONENKOYE, Severnoye, Lastikino, and Petrovskoye. Moreover, on the night of February 29, at 3 a.m. Moscow time, war correspondents confirmed information that the Russian army had also successfully completed the operation to liberate the strategically important settlement of ORLOVKA. At the moment, this village is under the full control of Russian troops. In addition, it also became known that after the capture of ORLOVKA, Russian troops struck with lightning speed at the retreating units of the armed forces of Ukraine, who were trying to find salvation in BERDYCHI. As a result, Russian troops managed to dislodge Ukrainian units from this village on the move. At the moment, the Russian army keeps under control about 70% of the territory of this village. The remaining 30% of the territory is in the so-called gray zone. According to war correspondents, units of the armed forces of Ukraine have completely left this settlement, and in the coming hours, the entire territory of this village will be under the control of the Russian army. At the moment, the armed forces of Ukraine continue to retreat westward, towards the Karlovsky Reservoir. It is assumed that the Ukrainian command will attempt to create another line of defense along the settlements of Novoselivka, Umanskoye, and Yasnoborodovka. In addition, a few minutes ago, information also appeared that Russian troops began attacking the village of Semenovka, which is located between ORLOVKA and BERDYCHI. Commenting on what is happening on the battlefield, Ukrainian journalist Anatoly Sherry called it a disaster. According to him, the Ukrainian High Military Command and the Kiev authorities did not bother to create powerful defensive lines to the west of Avdiivka, as a result of which the Russian army was able to launch a rapid offensive on a wide front. Moreover, it also turned out that the vast fields, roads, and highways to the west of Avdiivka were not mined, although a large amount of money was allocated for these purposes at the time. The Ukrainian journalist directly accused the Kyiv authorities of stealing money, with which it would be possible to build powerful fortified areas and rear lines of defense to the west of Avdiivka, and mine all fields and roads. In addition, it also turned out that the few soldiers of the armed forces of Ukraine who managed to escape from Avdiivka turned out to be unsuitable for combat operations. They are all concussed, their hands are shaking, and they are not able to even speak normally. According to the Russian military, the Ukrainian army does not have munition famine and a shortage of other types of weapons. The only thing that the armed forces of Ukraine suffer from is a shortage of manpower. And the fact that the Ukrainian soldiers who fled Avdiivka were unable to hold even a machine gun in their hands completely destroyed the last hopes of the Kyiv regime to somehow stabilize the situation at the front.